brand new single on our show, and people have already fallen in love with it, so congratulations.
Thanks so much, man. I'm really stoked to hear that feedback.
So,
I'm
mate,
really appreciative of that.
So, mate, tell us a little bit about this track, because, like I said, people have already fallen in love with it. So tell us a little bit about how that track's come about, and is it a great example of what we can expect from the album?
Yeah, definitely. It was actually the first track we started writing for the new album. Pretty much that song we started writing myself and my guitarist together in a room. Started launching out the riffs and everything like that. We just put a little bit of an immolation vibe into it, but also a little bit more melodic at the same time. So, just blending all that content together, especially one of our biggest influences, Death, as well, having some of those harmonies in there and whatnot. And then, just vocals came out pretty easily. Once I heard the track in full, we put some demo drums on, and then, all together pretty quickly.
Yeah, how has the Crypt Crawler sound come together over the years? Because there's such a great new school element to the sound, but there's also a lot of old school sound in there as well. How has that sound evolved over the years?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when we first started, it was myself and Jordan, our guitarist. We knew we both wanted to do an old school death metal sort of project. We wanted to be in D standard tuning. Death was our main influence, Obituary, Morbid Angel, all that sort of stuff. But we also really love bands like Aborted as well. Some of the new sort of immolation, some of their new stuff and whatnot. So we just kind of inject a little bit of that into it, and we just also I think. Rather than just trying to mimic whoever we want, we just sort of get into the room and we're bouncing ideas off each other. Oh, this sounds cool. And don't just really be this isn't what this band would do. It'd be more this is what Crypt Crawler would do. Yeah. And it goes from there, really.
You mentioned that the first single was kind of written in a bedroom. Tell us a little bit about the writing process for the band, and what was the writing process like for the rest of the album?
Pretty much in the same realm, to be honest. We do all the recording, mixing, and mastering ourselves. So it was pretty much myself and Jordan getting into a room. We just demo riffs and whatnot, try and piece things together. This was actually the first album that had other members involved in the writing process as well. So our first album was just Jordan and myself in a room. The EP that we released last year was also just Jordan and myself in the room. But this year, Zach got involved as well, our other guitarist. He wrote some of the riffs and some of the songs, which was awesome. Lewis, our drummer, also got involved as well and had some ideas with some structuring, which is actually a great help and everything. Just everyone getting together, which was awesome to have that extra feedback. And I'm pretty sure, for the next album after this one here, will be much more collaborative again. But that's pretty much been the process. Just Jordan and myself getting into a room, starting the song from there, and having the main song, and then getting some ideas and whatnot from the other members at times. Yeah,
definitely. Now, the name of the album. First of all, tell us how to say it correctly, and tell us then how the name, where it came from.
Future Usurper. That's the name of the album. At the time when I wrote those lyrics, I remember I wanted to talk something about the future and just some of the issues that were going on. A lot of our previous stuff was mainly based on horror lyrics and horror movies. I'd watch a horror movie, get inspiration from it, and then write the lyrics that way. But this album, whilst there is a little bit of horror influence, it's a bit more. I was taking a look at some of the stuff that's going on in the world at the moment, and Future Usurper, I think. I wanted to talk about where this future could be going, and I was trying to figure out a word that could rhyme with future. And while usurper doesn't completely rhyme, it's it's got that same future usurper sort of thing going on. And I think it's just when I came up with it, I thought it sounded pretty catchy. Usurper is someone that takes claim of a throne by force.
Yep.
So it's just someone taking over the future sort of thing is what I was getting at with that. Originally, there was a different title we had for the album. which I wanted to go ahead with, called "Tombs of Delusion," which is a lyric on one of the tracks called "The Illusion We're Under," which also is a reflection of the album. But Future Usurper, I think, was the stronger title, and we all agreed with it, and went ahead with that one there.
Yeah, the album itself, some of the lyrics have become really prophetic with what we've seen over the last 12 months as well. Is that something that you guys are aware of now?
What's really funny is that the vast majority of this album was written prior to COVID. The lyrics were mainly written before COVID, except for one or two songs. The Inherent Complexion was written during COVID, and there's a song called Force Fed to the Dead, which started off as very campy horror lyrics, and then I changed the lyrics to be a bit more like Force Fed to the Dead. The whole idea was like force feeding humans to zombies, but then I was like, wait a minute, we're also getting force fed information, force fed stuff in the media, and I kind of like curated it around that. And then pretty much like, yes, 12 months on, you see a bit what's going on in the world, and it's like, oh wow, like some stuff is going on right now, and just becoming more real.
Yeah,
which is a bit worrying.
And the pandemic probably couldn't have come at a worse time for you guys, because I know that you were preparing for a national tour to come about as well. Where are you guys at now? Like, what are the plans after the album comes out?
At this stage, we want to just see how things go. Like, we know that things are touch and go with touring at the moment, so I think the best thing to do is just really focus on that online sort of establishment of our name, getting our name out there, like just seeing, like, you know, like we're getting orders. Like, someone just ordered our the Ultimate Bundle that we've got on our Bandcamp from Italy just yesterday, and I was blown away by the fact that someone would just drop $100 from the other side of the world. And yeah, just really want to push that, you know, like getting our name out there. That's probably one of the biggest things that we can do right now in a world that has got a bit of a stop on touring. And like, yeah, like getting our name out in Australia eventually, like, you know, actually doing those a national tour. Even like with some of the like international tours that were going to come over here last year, like we had a support that was supposed to go ahead that didn't. That's the same for a lot of bands and whatnot that are in this COVID world now.
Yeah.
That were about to get their name out, but like I said, just pushing our name out as far as we can.
Yeah, and where are things at now in Perth? Because I know over the last week, I think things have finally felt like they've been returning to normal here in Melbourne. I've been to comedy festival shows and people are no longer wearing masks, and the same tonight at a movie premiere. Where are things at now in Perth? Is it returning to normal there as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome to hear about Melbourne getting back to normal, because Perth, last year we actually started, like, in August we played a gig. We had about 185 to 200 people there, and that was like wow, like things are actually feeling like, you know, obviously like the venues are half capped, but it was just so cool to see that many people at a venue enjoying themselves, and that pretty much remained until I think it was the end of February this year, where there was another sort of like case that got found in Perth, like one that hadn't, like we hadn't had any for such a long time, and then all of a sudden lockdown happened again. Gigs got cancelled and whatnot. Some got rescheduled and all that sort of chaos again. But now it's back to normal again. Now still, I think it's 3/4 capped or half capped again, but still a lot of people are coming out to gigs. Like we just had Slayfest a couple of weeks ago, and that was amazing to see that many metalheads at a show. It feel almost like that whole outdoor venue sort of festival vibe, which was great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, mate, it is so awesome that you guys have got new music out. I know we've got to wait a little while longer for the album coming out in June, but for people out there that are thinking about pre-ordering the album, what would you like to say to them right now?
Your support is honestly the most incredible thing. It's really humbling to have so many people keen to hear something that five guys from Perth are doing. we're just as passionate about music as you guys are. Like, we're all fans of music. We do the exact same things. Some of our favorite bands releasing music, we get so keen if the album and pre-order it. So just to have the exact same thing in return for us is honestly amazing and puts the biggest smile on my face. So thank you so much from all of us in Crypt Crawler to anyone who goes ahead and pre-orders it.
Definitely. Well, mate, I think it's time to play the single again. So thank you so much for coming on the show, and we can't wait to see you guys in Melbourne one day.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait either. It'll be awesome. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your time.
Not a problem at all. You have a great night, and yeah, hopefully we get to catch up sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, man. Have a great night.
All right, mate. Talk later. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.